What are some of the systems you've implemented and have found effective in your own practice?
So we often find ourselves creating policies to go with SOPs as well, because, and I say this to a lot of firm owners who are growing and having scale pains with their staff of, don't know why they're not getting it done the same way. Isn't it obvious? It should be so simple. So do you have a policy for it? Do you have the framework to support them to be successful? No. So they go hand in hand. Even, do you have a policy document around creating SOPs? Do you have a policy document around amending SOPs after a review of them? Those sorts of things can really help build out the depth and quality in your SOPs. For us running a bookkeeping practice, we've got a lot of systems in place to ensure we get the same level of work out every month, the same clients, without it becoming fatigued as well. I think sometimes when you have SOPs in place, people get used to them and they'll start skipping steps after a while. So it's really good to review those together and even be interchangeable with the people. Our production manager likes to every now and then shake things up and put a different senior bookkeeper on the work, just to ensure that the systems are going well and that no one's becoming complacent. She really likes to rotate the BAS allocations. So, we have to have systems in place to know who's doing the work. It's not just by default that person because they did it the last 2 times. Keeps us on our toes to always be looking at the systems in our business, the checklists.
That's a really interesting method, Kristy, and what a way to be able to develop talent all around your team. Now, just for those who are a little bit not as exposed to this topic, what is the difference between a policy and an SOP? What are the difference in mindsets for each?
So I guess the policy is, it gives the why the business requires it, and it gives the expectations of standard. And then the SOP is the how. It shows you exactly how to achieve something and what it should look like at the end.
Excellent. And that all comes back to being able to get us that similar output result at the end of it, no matter what our inputs are.
One of the things I often find people, when we talk about extraordinary systems for ordinary people, and as you said at the beginning, that, we need the people. The great thing of an extraordinary system is it allows people to be in their flow or in their genius zone because they're supported by great systems and structure, instead of feeling like they're in a state of force because they're not sure and they have to think about things that aren't their natural ability. So that's what we're looking to create, is an environment for people to be successful because they have a system behind them to heighten their success, not because we can just have anyone come into our business. People aren't special, but we need to have that safety in our business as well, that our team feel nurtured and valued because they're given all the tools to be their very best.
Excellent. And, one of the tools that I know you use really, really well, Kristy, is your Loom videos and the way you've been able to flesh out each of your client CRMs with all the nuances that client requires to be able to do the work. Yeah. That you have done really well. Any advice you can have for the room here on developing their Loom videos? And for those who don't know, Loom is just a short video recording tool. We have a 5-star recommendation here for Loom as well. Excellent.
Create an SOP on how to name your Loom videos and use the filing structure within Loom. It's been an absolute game changer for us. It's so fantastic. It's my admin run it beautifully so that whenever I forget something or I got to look for something, it's so easy to find it in there to see if it needs an update, including down to, storing videos for clients on how they can do things. So Loom is such a versatile tool. It's worth investing in the paid version if you're ready for it. But even at the entry level, it's so handy. You're not creating Oscar-worthy movies. You're creating quick, short sound bites, and far easier to do a quick video of each step rather than one long video of the whole process. But even if you have to have a joke with your team and suggest they play it on double speed, or at least speed 1.5 to get through it, then you've got tools there. You're replicating yourself without having to have a cloning machine.
That's really powerful. And I think about it, you know, like a manager's charge out rate runs at anywhere between $200 or $250 an hour. And you can imagine how costly that is if a junior team member had to get that person to verbally explain that to their team member again when they could have been doing work. And that video pretty much duplicates that manager in that situation. So that's something all of us can't avoid and can't miss out on. If you get the chance to be able to make and encourage your team to make Loom videos, I highly recommend you do so.
You can
Thank you
even
for that.
put the Loom link into your Wize Hub now.